Last 2 weeks we've been covering the Olympics.
3 weeks almost.
Yes. Ken's now going to talk about a sport. I'll be honest, I use a snorkel in a bathtub, so it's not a...
glass of water bothers you, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a sport I relate to much, but I'm going to be interested in hearing about it. Ken?
What a scary thought that is, too. I'll be back at 6 o'clock with more sports. Let's go back to Jerry and Norma.
That does sound interesting. Yeah.
It'll be nice to watch. It's like ballet in water. It's really pretty.
Yeah, but you can't breathe. They're underwater.
Oh, I'll talk to you about it. Still ahead, a piece of the White House comes home to Three Rivers. Stay with us.
And Tommy, since this is old home week for you, I went through some archives and came up with your senior picture. Boy, take a look at that, guys.
Ooh, what's that?
That's the top ticket, 18 bucks a
That
pop.
is, it's worth it. And it was also worth it seeing Tom Brenneman.
It's,
back when he was his sister.
back when he was a what?
His sister.
Oh, okay.
None of us would like our high school pictures here. Let's all say that. Jerry's commentary is next. We'll be right back.
I tell you what, listening to Glenn Campbell, he was the inspiration why I decided to learn how to play.
Play the guitar and sing?
No, the tuba.
The tuba.
Well, because I heard him play the guitar, and I figured I'm out of my.
I've heard you play the guitar and sing, and that's why you should play the tuba.
I can do.
No,
Gentle on my mind.
I love his songs. I love his.
There's a part of me that would love to be on that boat.
Just going down the river.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here, though. We wouldn't want to lose you.
Well, there are probably a whole bunch of people out there that say, I wish he'd been on that boat leaving town.
You know, we...
Whose turn is next? Michael Collins, News 5 on the Night Beat.
Not our turn.
Not our turn.
Yeah, you should read it.
It's interesting reading.
It is. Yeah, don't believe the people that just read that. I mean,
well,
they
he just read them.
lines,
Yeah, and you take it out of context and...
Right. Otherwise, people think we're picking on...
Right, we're not.
We're not. We're not. It's a
Coming
very
up-
good book, and everybody should read it.
You done?
Yeah.
Coming up next on News 5.
Okay, Channel 5, take it easy.
Reporting live from the Coliseum, I'm John London, News 5.
John, this was the most exciting assignment you've ever had. Wasn't it?
Maybe so.
Definitely. You know, John caught up with Paul McCartney. He was so impressed that Paul McCartney was just so willing to talk to him, and seems to be a great guy.
Certainly want to thank him for that Channel 5 plug.
Yeah, great.
We'll be playing that a couple of times.
Sure.
We all know
It was certainly nice enough to take a moment and stop by and talk to us as he was moving backstage, something he clearly did not have to do.
A very nice guy and a good interview.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, John.
Earlier today, I got John London's autograph just talking to Paul. You're my hero, John. That's great. Up next, one of the largest investment firms in the country is Bank.
Check their packages for these code numbers and return to Frank's for a full refund. It's always scary when that happens, but so far nobody has gotten sick from them, so don't be too worried at this point. Yeah.
Nothing worse than a bad hot dog. Still ahead, Joe says more severe weather could be on the way.
We'll get ready for that in his forecast coming up.
At St. John the Baptist School. Again, Joe will be here with a full update on the weather, a more extensive look at those thunderstorms coming in. He'll have that for you at 6 o'clock, and we'll be keeping an eye on it from the Weather Center.
Yeah, stay tuned because things happen so quickly this time
Very
of year.
quickly.
Thanks
what a
lot.
great name, Luke.
Yeah.
Luke.
I like that. Nice name, nice drawing.
Still ahead in sports. And if you love sports or art, his work will appeal to you as well. I'm Len Matuzik, News 5 Sports.
Interesting thing about Greg is he started out painting Moeller program, covers for Moeller program football.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What? And that was one of the first things that he did. And it's tough. It's tough when you have an artistic bent to be in the world of athletics because you take a lot of grief from a lot of people.
Odd
Sports
combination.
and art. Yeah. Nice to know that I can do neither.
Glad you informed us of that. Up next on News 5 at 5:30, it's quite a caper.
Labor Day in Cincinnati isn't all that exciting. Oh, neighborhood picnics might draw a crowd, but there's so little to do, even that councilman with the long hair can draw a crowd. But
That is true. In the beginning, that first year they had the celebration back in 1977, it was kind of like a huge surprise. Now we kind of take it for granted, but it's hard to take this for granted.
It is absolutely beautiful, and every year there's something different. I'd like to go back to that shot we saw of you just a couple of minutes ago.
Where did they get
What was that year? 1977?
They had the Mr. America contest, and I was supposed to give a key to the city as the mayor. I took my shirt
And
off.
he took his shirt.
I'll never do that again.
You'll never do that again. Okay.
Like that.
We'll be back with less of Jerry and more of Riverfest 90 right after this.
And if you're looking for some good news today, boy, it comes in the weather. What a beautiful day,
right.
John.
It was one of those days that you write songs about, because you could just, everything was so crisp and clean. It looked like somebody just...
That's true.
No, they didn't write that song. But yeah, it was a beautiful morning, though.
It was. It was.
That's over. James Francis, that's great. I mean,
what a stud this guy is.
You know, this Bengal defense is coming very
Surprise
strong.
of the year right there.
Very strong. 3-0, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the World Series.
This is Cincinnati's year.
We're done. It's over with. Don't even buy the tickets. It's all over with. Don't worry about it. And that's all the time we have for now. Stay tuned for news updates every hour on the hour. Thanks for being with us.
And we're going to see you again tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
Good night.
Michael Collins, News Channel 5 on the Night Beat.
You know, the last thing he said is the most relevant if you listen to his show. He's not just a comedian and doing a lot of jokes and stuff. He is a real lobbyist. He is a lobbyist for the trucking people.
Yeah.
When they went on strike, he kind of organized them around the country. He's a hero.
He's been organizing throughout many states and doing a lot of work, and kind of fun to listen to, too. I have to admit.
I like that name, the trucking bozo.
I've listened to him every now and then, you know.
I could be the commentating bozo. Huh?
I would say something about maybe you already are, but then we'd get ourselves in big trouble, wouldn't we? I wouldn't say that. This bet he had to pay off on the air. I mean, look here.
I got something for you.
What's that? I hope
a little better nail polish. It'll match that nicely.
I got some lipstick that goes really nice with that. Would you like to borrow it?
I'm just happy that when I made the bet, you weren't wearing a dress.
They have turned me into an absolute hockey fan.
Well, it seems like ever since Lemieux got hurt,
everybody's been coming through.
Yeah,
the main man, Yarber.
You're getting good at pronouncing that, too.
No, I'm not pronouncing it right, but I'm just going to stick with it.
Yarmer Yarger's not right?
No, it's Yarmir. You're so funny.
Thank you. Well, you guys can compliment each other later. Still ahead. They're creepy and they're kooky. Not talking about Jerry and Greg, but they're not the Addams family.
These little things are actually part of a bug banquet. We'll have a taste next.
In all, more than 100 people gathered to compliment the chef on the wax worms they found smothered in plum sauce. Oh, there goes the midnight snack. The Tonight Show is next, and we'll have updates every hour on the hour throughout the night. Thanks for being with us.
We'll see you tomorrow. Till then, take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
Good night.
They're not going to go away, and no one knows where they'll show up next. Michael Collins, News Channel 5 tonight.
Ooh. And Michael was pretty shaken.
When he came back, I mean, he was, I mean, no joking around. He was kind of worried about being there.
A little spooky there.
How do you think they felt when Mike showed up?
Even worse, I'm sure.
Tandem master, tandem slave. It was, you got it. It was great. An excellent jump, and excellent photography by Ron Schmidt and everything. Wonderful.
To Lauren, I've been here 10 years. That's as good as stories I've seen put together on the air. That was superb. Excellent. Not anything I want to try, but
you loved watching it.
Yes.
You try to tell jokes all the time. And go ahead,
I was walking down the street in New York, and this guy comes up to me and says, "How do you get to Central Park?" I said, "I don't know." He says, "Good, I'll mug you here."
Timing, Jerry. It's all in the timing.
You got a joke for me?
I feel like I'm in a Fellini movie or something.